Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So before we get started, let me open up a new canvas so we can get started. Let me switch these around actually. Oops, let's see, 11 by, let's do 8.5. Paper color, let's do this. Okay, so now you guys have something that you can look at while I talk. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today, and we'll get into the filming portion and how I am recording this video in the later part of the video. Okay, but let's talk about what I'm going to be doing for drawing wise, I guess. I wanted to do kind of another random generated sketching thing. I've done this like plenty of times with Genshin characters. So basically I would list Genshin characters and then use a number generator to decide who am I going to draw, and we can kind of fill up a whole spread. I'm basically going to be drawing members of NijiEN, but more specifically the English livers. Oops, English. I can spell English basically. NijiEN. So let's go ahead and pull up my little list that I have pre-made. So I did this in the order of, I believe it's like the debut teaser. So we have Finana all the way down to Scarlet. So I am going to pull up a number generator. We're going to go 1 to 26 and pick a person I'm going to draw. I'm using calculator.net today because the other one I know tends to have like a pattern, though it's supposed to be random. So let's go ahead and generate. 24. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be somebody from Illuna. Oh, 24. Wait, I want to draw Aya. So, okay. So, I have Clip Studio Paint as the program I'm going to be drawing in today. And then I have Paint Tool Side open on my laptop. So I can open up references. Kind of like sketching. We'll see how this goes. You can see how in my navigator, which I can expand for you guys, how big my canvas is while I'm sketching Aya. So I'm just gonna throw in a quick body. Just do like a simple pose while I try to figure out how I want to draw her. I really wish I could figure out what pen or pencil that I used for the last session that I did. So the thing I wanted to talk about is that I do not know how I want to do these kind of sessions with you guys on Clip Studio Paint. Do you guys like seeing like full tablet and my hand on the screen the most? Or do you guys like real time but with the screen being recorded is what I'm kind of testing out today, so you guys can kind of let me know. Another option is to do more of like time-lapse session, and I can do voiceover afterwards. Ahaha. Okay, let me switch pens actually. I'm smart and I actually listed what I used last time. I do really love this pen. So let me go switch and get that ballpoint pen. Just for like that ball pen feel, I'm gonna also go with that kind of darker blue color. But yeah, do let me know how you guys would like to see kind of like these kind of drawing sessions or sketching sessions in the future. Because if you guys prefer the voiceover later and me doing kind of like sketching with the tablet in view via my webcam rather than via screen recording, do let me know. Also, I wanted to limit myself to 2 hours today and see how many I can get done. So I'm giving myself until about 12:30ish a.m. to see how much I can get done. Her eyes are so pretty. I haven't been really looking at the reference, but she has a little bit more of like softer, droopier eyes. For like any part of the process, sketching is usually my favorite part. Coloring comes in second usually. Okay, I'm gonna shrink my navigation. I usually don't have my navigation looking like this or my viewfinder. So let's shrink this and I will open a second view. So you go into Windows, you wanna go to Canvas, and you wanna go New Window. Gonna drag this one out. So I always love the fact, okay, let's say bye-bye to Alban. and do this. So hopefully it won't be too much of a bother, but then you guys can kind of have a full view. And I can draw kind of in the center rather than directly on the left side where my mic is covering everything. So I'm mostly looking at her main reference of her model, and anything that I am unsure of or need clarification, I will open up the reference sheet that their mama usually provides. I feel like if I am doing commentary while I am sketching like this, I feel like it feels very weird. Like, I think people might not be able to tell that the commentary is like during rather than like afterwards. She's so pretty. So I'm gonna keep things a little bit rough first, and then we can get into cleaning it up. It's just similar to how I did my other album sketching session, where we can kind of refine things a little bit more afterwards. Let's throw in her gigantic braid. Braids I find are usually a pain to sketch out. So even though I'm going to limit myself to 2 hours, or not limit myself, I'm going to try to hit the 2-hour mark is what I'm trying to say. Recently, whenever I'm filming, I feel like I've been abandoning the filming session around the 2-hour mark-ish, and sometimes I even scrap the footage, so I'm trying my best to make sure I don't do that. Yeah, but I'll make sure to leave my whatever tools I'm using today, or brushes I guess, whatever I'm using today in the description, so you guys want to try out these brushes. There's a lot of VODs I really need to watch now that I'm noticing what time I'm filming this at. Okay, yeah, so let's try to spruce this up. I'm not too sure how detailed I'm gonna go, but we will see. I usually like focusing on the face anyways, but sometimes I will focus on the accessories and the hair. I am gonna erase this though. I didn't realize how harshly I did her ear. So I'm just kind of darkening up these lines, just like how you would do it traditionally, or like even with like an actual ballpoint pen. The more you go over an area, it kind of gets darker and darker. As we darken things up and kind of tighten our lines a little bit, we can kind of make some things make sense a little bit more without needing to actually having to erase all these little stray lines. Another one I was gonna do is like a random generator was actually like Miku songs, so we could draw just Miku's only. The reason that is I haven't drawn Miku fan art all too much. I did do the one for Monday's video. But man, Miku and like Vocaloid in general is like my entire middle school, high school days. I was gonna have a different video for today, actually. But like I said, I've been a little bit burnt out of doing finished work, so I actually haven't finished that one. So this week into next week is just a lot of VTuber fan art. I apologize. I will get back to like Genshin drawing, OC stuff, and like all that a little bit later at some point. So I kind of changed the arm line that I had initially into one of the clothing folds that I have here. Add a little bit of shadow here. So I'm gonna leave this fairly light just because her hat is on the white side. But I'll just darken the shadow crease here. But yeah, but I was able to catch like a lot of their live streams actually. I need to watch a little bit more Scarla because I wasn't able to catch fully hers, and I was able to catch only a little bit of Ren's. But luckily, like, the Australian time zone usually isn't a problem for me. If they stream when Sunny and Luca tend to stream, it's usually okay for me. Get these braids in. But you can see that, like, if you kind of treat this like traditional, or at least like this is how it is for me, because when I work in traditional medium, with pencil in particular, not ballpoint pen, sometimes with ballpoint pen though, I like to play with the details a little bit more, kind of push those values if I can. Yeah, these little arm lines make it a lot easier for me to pick and choose some of these shadows here. But a lot of the shading kind of helps bring a little bit more depth to your sketches. Like I said, like you can do whatever you want for your sketches. You don't have to bring it up to the same level that I am, or you can push it even more. Heck, even color it at this point. But let's add some shadow. So sometimes I do this, so sometimes I will add like this little line and just say like shade in the area, or like how I did, I think the neck area, or is it like near her face, where I kind of just shaded willy-nilly and then you can add the line after, or don't even add the line at all. It's kind of definitely all preference at this point. And then I think for the other ones, like including my Albon sketches, I just kind of faded the lines towards the end. Just because I'm not really gonna finish this. Like this. I don't know, I always have fun sketching like this. I hope you guys don't find this too boring. She was number 24, right? Whoops. Ah, yeah. There we go. Okay, let's move on so we can try to fill up this canvas. I can either fit 4 smaller sketches or maybe 3 sketches. So let's move on. Bring up our number generator. Generate 4. So I believe that is Petra, right? Yes, it is Petra. So let me go get her reference up. So I think I mentioned this like before. Petra was the one I found from Obsidia that I actually watched before really getting into NijiEN. I was already in, I think, NijiJP stuff. So like the idea of Niji Sanji wasn't foreign to me. But let's draw Petra. Check. So yeah, we'll probably have like plenty of room. So let's keep these quick. Especially for like the rough sketch part, because I could literally spend all day just refining and fixing. Do I keep her bottom teeth? Probably not. I'll keep her mouth like on the smaller side. But if you guys sketch in Clip Studio Paint, let me know what brush you like sketching with. Because I know some people really like using brushes, some people like using pens, some people like using more traditional feeling ones as well. So not those eyes too large. Okay, hopefully this kind of looks a little bit better. Okay. Her hair is fairly short though, so let's see. I don't accidentally draw her too inaccurately. There are stripes on her sleeves, is what I meant to say. Highlights. Pupil. So her pupil is actually pretty tiny in her model. She has very like Also a little bit more droopier, very cutesy, almost like puppy dog eyes. So usually when I shade, I just kind of go back and forth and kind of make it as uniform as I can, but you know, you can see that some parts that are not as uniform either get darker or I didn't space it out correctly. But yeah, whenever you guys are like sketching and stuff, do you guys actually prefer sketching digitally or traditionally? Because sometimes I feel like when I sketch, I always try to imitate how I sketch traditionally. So I feel like I like sketching traditionally more. I don't really know why I do that, because even when I'm sketching digitally and stuff, I would just like fill this in completely, like completely dark. And it's always funny because like my parents sometimes see it and they're like, is that a beard? Do they have facial hair? Get Petra's hair into here. So I'm gonna try to separate it because her hair is technically tied at the back. Kind of as a like a half updo almost. Shade this a little bit. Petra's hair is darker. So we could technically shade her hair quite dark and then leave the highlights a certain way, because yeah, Petra's hair is black, but she has yellow highlights. So I'm just gonna shade in kind of like a little bit of a base right here, and then we can kind of darken it up. You can see like I kind of pick and choose these shadows, and I kind of make them like chunked and a little bit more blocky, but it's a good way to add a little bit of depth if you can section it off. The heck are my neighbors doing? It's like almost 12 a.m. I can hear like kids screaming. Can't imagine parents letting them like they sound like really little kids, by the way. So I feel like their parents wouldn't really let their kids stay up in like 12 a.m. would they? Yeah, I feel like I just like adding detail and pushing values when it comes to the sketching. Okay, so let's do this now. Fix the stripe. We can make this one dark, and then we can just fix this up. So usually when I do these kinds of shading, I either follow my initial lines by following in the same direction, or if I really want to fill up the dark areas, I will do this basically, where I kind of cross-hatched it a little bit by going in a different direction. It's just easier to fill up an area this way. Darken up all these lines just so things read a little bit clearer. But also whenever I do these kinds of darkening up these edges or lines, anything that has kind of like, I don't know if this is considered a tangent, but I couldn't like anything that looks like a corner, I guess. So if anything looks like this, I would darken here and here as well as here. But it's the same thing if you had a nice looking pen and you went thin to thick kind of thing. So it's like mimicking line weight variation in a sense. And that was like one of the things that a lot of my classmates actually told me, that they could easily recognize my work because they often look for these. Yeah. Okay, we can probably fit 2 more sketches in here. One smaller one and one maybe larger one. We'll see. That or can fit 3. Okay, so generate 22. So that's another one of the newer ones. I think that's Kyo, right? If not, it's Maria. 22 is Maria. We're drawing Niji girls today. Let me pull up references. We could do like more like Chunibyo kind of posing, maybe. We go this way though. Hand. Okay, let's see how this goes. I could. We'll make her hair also sway this way so we can fill up more of the space. The way she smiles like really reminds me of Rosemi. Like their mouth shape and just the teeth and everything, like the formation of the mouth looks very similar. One of my pet peeves I feel like is like loud car noises. I don't understand. Like, is it a flex? If you're a car person, please let me know the point of like a really noisy car. Okay, maybe we won't do like a Chunibyo kind of pose. I kind of want to draw her more cutely though. That's like her personality. But I would have been also fine if I had to draw Kyo, because I also draw on him and Aster a lot too. I'm more scared to draw Ren and Scarla. Both those character types I feel like are harder for me to draw. So someone who's a little bit more Ikemen and more like sexy woman, if that makes sense. If we do this, I could open up the palm more though. How do I do this? So if we want to open up the palm a little bit more, so making her fingers splay out this way. Let's see. So she has ruffles here, so let's draw kind of like a cone shape. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and really spruce this up. Which is literally my favorite part. Adding all the details and making things kind of like pop a bit more. Wait, the heart's like right here. I'm gonna do this. Ish. Kind of like that. We were using a size 5, actually, I don't remember. The inside portion of this can be all completely dark. So you can see one pass of this blue isn't actually that dark. So we will have to go back, and kind of the second pass is kind of reads more as like black. So it works for what I need. Flowers, she has she has about 6. Color in the ribbon. More simple. I wonder who's gonna be the last person I'm gonna draw. It's gonna break the Niji girls that I have here. Shade this in. Her lapel has like so many buttons though. Ah. Yeah, I feel like recording like this for me is a little bit more relaxing, but you guys can let me know what is a more enjoyable viewing experience for you guys. If I do this way, where I'm doing live commentary while recording the screen, or if you guys actually prefer me to record my entire tablet so you can see my hand moving as well. And then get into her hair, which is a little curly-ish in a sense. It's more like wavy, I guess. Let's put in an indication of Sir, I don't know his name. It starts with a V, like Ven something. I don't think I drew her as cute, but I think it works. So this is number 22, which is Maria. Hey, one last one. So let's pull up the random number generator, and whoever it is, I'm gonna draw more of a waist up, hopefully. So 15, I actually don't know who that is. 15, Vox. Ah, Vox is one of the ones I find difficult to draw. Okay, let's see. I do like his outfit though, and I think it'll fit with his hair. Oh my god, I love his outfit, but holy moly, I'm intimidated to draw him. How do I... Oh, I could do this. See, sometimes throwing down random lines really help. Because this kind of looks like lounging to me, so we could do this. I know it's not quite a waist up, and it would have fit better if I put him down here. It's okay. We can have like his robe. It's not exactly a robe. What is it called? I'm forgetting terminology. Have his hand come this way, and then his other hand drop. Whoops. Okay, let's get this right here so you guys can see. His fingers here. We could have his... Oh, I was gonna say Hakama, maybe? I don't know if my brain's like tripping and I'm putting Akuma in my brain. It's not a Hakama. I don't want to make his eyes too big. Let's see. I might want to give him a longer face too. I'm gonna do this. I won't put too much detail because I think that's also contributing to why sometimes I draw more larger eyes. This is gonna be me struggling for too long. I definitely passed the 2-hour mark, by the way. It's about 2.5 hours at this point. Just a good smirk. Okay, I'm panicking on this one a lot. Let's try to get his hair. His hair is like one of the things I do like a lot. I do struggle to draw it sometimes, but I do love his bangs. I love this kind of messy, very long kind of chunk that kind of sits in front of his face, or like right in smack in the middle. Kind of move it towards the side. He does have his hair pinned on this side. Kind of helpful. Should I could make it look like he's peeling back like his collar, which requires me to lower his hands. So let me throw in his collar and stuff first. Or this, like the, not necklace. He has like, I guess it's kind of like a necklace. I could make it look like he's pulling this. Yeah, I think it looks better without the thumb in view. Yeah, I think this works. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from the mic. Nails help a lot with which way the fingers are facing, which I really like. Man, my hands be a little rough today. Values into here, because I think we have the general gist of it all planned out for the most part. We just have to buff some stuff out, starting with the eyes. So let's go ahead and do that. Like I said, his eyes are lighter in color, so I don't want to lose that. This, he has like a red circle here, so I'm gonna try my best to just throw that in. He's looking a little emo-ish because of the heavy eye makeup look. Till I get everything else up to the same consistency as the rest, he's gonna look like a little weird. So unless something's like really wrong, that's when I start to really hit Control Z or Control Z. But otherwise, I just try to erase and redraw over top. If I have the confidence, maybe I'll make this into a print. I don't really draw this kind of style of art, I guess, which is more on like almost seductive-ish side, a little sultry. I don't know if this can even consider compared to what other people have drawn, but for me, this is definitely outside of my comfort zone. Because I tend to draw more cutesy things, like I said before. Apologize if this isn't called a hakama, like this piece of fabric. But I might accidentally keep referring it to that. I feel like I'm compensating. So some of the other ones, like Aya and I think more Petra, I kind of left a little bit more messy in terms of leaving the lines in. Actually, Petra's is not even that bad. Aya's isn't either. There's like some lines in here, like right here, that I could have fixed up, but I didn't. But for Vox's, I'm cleaning up a lot of these. Let me fix this part of the collar. Which initially it was what I wanted him to be, like look like he's pulling on, but I think it makes sense to do either or. Shade in his hair. So once I'm finished with his face area and hair, we'll move down to his body and then that'll be it. Spend 3 hours on sketching 4 things. But then again, it's like, you know, sketch at your own pace and sketch as much or as little as you need. I was watching Iluna's like different streams that they had. So I watched a bunch, or not a bunch, I watched a good chunk of Aster's while he was live. Same with Kyo and Aya. I only caught a bit of Ren's stream because I had to do stuff. Let's see if we can shade this all in. So his shirt is darker than his jacket, so let's color this in as well. So many things I have gripes with, but I also don't have the willpower to want to change. So the thing is, he also has a floral design, so what I could do is try my best to fill this as much as I can, and then maybe I'll take the eraser and just dot in some of the patterning a little bit. Yeah, okay, here's Vox. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Let's get some of this patterning in. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. So let me show you guys after I do this. So he was number 15. Vox. Yeah. Here are the sketches. So I'm gonna exit out of this view. And you guys can see these sketches all together. Like this. So we have Aya right here on the left, and then next to her we have Petra. Underneath Petra we have Maria, and then on the right, we have Vox. I tried my best on all of them, so apologies if any of these are your Oshis, and I've badly butchered them. But yeah, Petra, Maria, and Vox. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's session. Like I said, please let me know if you guys prefer this kind of format for me sketching on Clip Studio Paint, or if you prefer me to film my actual hand and the full tablet as well, or if you prefer time-lapse with voiceover or whatever. Just let me know, and I will be sure to kind of tailor future Clip Studio Paint sessions like this in the future. Yeah. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!